Good morning, YouTube, and we'll go down each time. This your voice Swisher coming back at you. You know what I'm saying? With my overall Texan thoughts, and this is I'm actually going to answer a few questions that I've had on my other social media platforms, mainly my Facebook, where a lot of you guys are saying, now that Dwayne's back, you know, that's not really gonna put a lot of smiles on people's faces, which it really shouldn't, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody's entitled to, their own opinion. This is America, by the way. You know what I'm saying? So by that right, you and with the free will that God gave you, you know what I'm saying, you think for yourself. So hey, if you're happy about Brown being back, if you're not, you know what I'm saying? But overall, let's just hope that it yields a positive result on the field. Now, the next part of my video, and I gotta make this quick because my peoples are on the way and I'm gonna have to cut this video short. But for a lot of you guys that are simply saying that, you know, uh, potentially attempting, a trade for my boy MB, you know, like I said, I don't have a crystal ball. Of course, all my trade videos have been, what if speculations. But for this one in particular, because I'm a huge fan of it, and for the fact that a lot of you guys don't, well, let me break it down to you like this in all aspects. For one, we do need him, and I'm glad I watch. You know what I'm saying? Not only ESPN, First Take, and FS1 and all them other shows and whatnot, but Chris Carter had something very intelligent to say in regards for Martavis Bryant. And like it or not, if not only has he played the position at the NFL level, but he's a Hall of Famer. So it further validates what I'm about to tell y'all. And these were his words himself, although I had been saying this and I've said this in a few of my videos. He goes on to say, yeah, you go ahead and you attempt to trade him because this problem isn't going anywhere, and it's causing a distraction for the team. Yes. Now, Juju Smith, gotta give props to him. He's balling. When Pittsburgh feeds him, he makes his catches. You know what I'm saying, and he's been producing. Now, Martavis, on the other hand, he's been open as a few times, and Ben has just looked the other way. Now, like it or not, guys, in Houston, he instantly becomes the number 2 option. I understand you guys are high on Will Fuller, but I'll get to that in a minute. Now, looking at it from how Chris Carter was talking about it, you want having an asset like him with what we already have. Like, is that I'm just letting y'all think about that for a minute. Martavis on this team, and like it or not, guys, I'm not about to sit here and be one of these over optimistic fans and just sitting here, saying that, oh, because we've generated 30 plus points, the past few games, that's just something to be happy about. Yeah, it is, because that's something we have never had in Houston before. But at the same time, you got to look at it from a futuristic standpoint. Teams got film on this. Teams will adapt. Now, true enough, it depending on Bill O'Brien's scheme and game plan, how he game plan things, certain areas may be maxed. Some things may be covered up, whereas where other teams may be able to expose them. Now, from how I look at things and how certain coaches on the NFL level look at things, the more physical assets you have at your skill positions, the higher chance you have of winning. Now, why do you think New England went and was willing to trade a first round pick for Brandon Cooks? Yes, he had two productive 1,000 yard years and whatnot, but the risk reward, like just like with Julian Edelman, he could have easily tore his ACL, and New Orleans just got a first round pick for, you know what I'm saying. But luckily for the Pats, that hasn't happened. You know what I'm saying. So those type of moves have been proven that they can work out. And again, like it or not, in our system and how we play football, Martavis is really the missing piece, you guys. And I don't know how many times I've harped it, and I don't know how many times I've stressed it, but it's these type of moves aren't regular season moves. You see, these type of moves are what get you past the divisional round in the playoffs. I don't know about you guys, but as a Texans fan, I want to be able to sniff past the divisional round. I want to be able to say, we have a legit shot to beat whoever we're playing in the second round. Oh, we have a legit chance to play in the AFC Championship. Oh, we have a legit chance to go to the Super Bowl. We have a legit chance to win the Super Bowl. Now, again, I know what you guys are instantly about to try to start talking about in the comment section or whatever. We need defense. That is true. I would, if like I said, the two trades that Rick should be primarily focusing on: DRC, Envy, and suddenly this team, it goes from a uprising team that has playoff potential, but nobody's really expecting them to go far, to a transcendent young team that's going, wow. That team is looking sort of what Seattle was looking like, except instead of having a ferocious defense leading the way, the Texans would have a ferocious offense with a weakened defense, so to say. Now, why do I want these two trades? One, think about it. You guys are so quick to say and tell me we have Will Fuller and these guys are playing well. Last time I checked, Will Fuller still has 3 years left on his rookie contract. Deshaun Watson is a rookie, so that means he has 4, including his 5th-year option. Also, Will Fuller gets a 5th-year option. Now, Martavis, he has not only this year, but another year on his contract. DRC, if you traded for him this year, you would get him this year, and you would have him for another year. Now, taking care of those. Now, let's take care of the in-house problems that everybody wants to continuously try to throw at me. Again, going into this offseason, if we can shave, say, Kush, J-Joe, that's a lot of cap room right there. Depending on what we may be able to get for those guys and potentially Brown, if we can somehow get a first round pick for one of those three guys, it's a win. And we'll figure it out the rest of the way, because like I said, at inside linebacker, we've addressed that issue with Cunningham. Like I said, the Texans and mainly Rick Smith listens to me. You've addressed not only a playoff issue with adding another weapon in Martavis Bryant, but now on the defensive side, you know for a fact that DRC is going to be able to go and play some lockdown defense. But that sounds like my people coming up. So, as per usual, like, sub, and peace.